I don't know if this is like a good shot or if this is just like awkward. Oh man, this chair is too tall. You can see my leg. The table needs to, So, I know that many of you are subscribed to this channel because of this series with the GT350 Mustang body kit conversion from Duraflex. I guess some might say that my claim to fame in the Mustang community or whatever was I was the first person to make YouTube videos about this content, right? I was the Ragnar Lothbrok of the Mustang GT350 fiberglass front end conversion. You know, that was all well and good. Those were good days, but those days are, you know, a little far behind us now. So I want to quickly address the project and how it's going because it's been a long time since I've talked about it on the channel, and I don't think I've ever fully kept you guys up to speed with it. So of course, I'm in college. It just takes time. That's how it goes. I don't upload all the time because this YouTube channel doesn't really, you know, support my life. That's what college is for. Ideally. I was probably a little too ambitious, which is not a bad thing, but the main thing is I couldn't just complete my ambitions with money because the money wasn't there. This channel is of course about DIY, so I wasn't really ready to just give the car over to a body shop and then present it to you guys and be like, look, my car is done, because I want to build the car myself. That's kind of been the point ever since I got it. And of course, I'm a car enthusiast, and as car enthusiasts do, some of us at least, we tend to collect vehicles, and ever since then, the channel has gotten a little bit out of control, I think. I have completely outgrown the space that I have to work in this garage. I have 3 cars now. One of them is parked on the side of the driveway and the other one's on the street because I just don't have enough room. I wish that I could put one in here, but I can't do that because there's a TIG welder in here now and multiple engine stands and all my equipment that I need to work on these cars. And I sort of got lost in the sauce of I need all these things so I can complete this project, and I'm glad that I have them now. I'm not planning to sell any of my equipment. The problem is I'm kind of an idiot and didn't take into account oh, maybe I shouldn't try to do this project because I don't have space to do it. Whether or not I made the right call, that's neither here nor there. Point being, I have been a little bit overwhelmed with all of my ambitions, to say the least. I haven't been completing them very effectively. Trying to do all of this on the limited budget that I had was making things difficult. You know, when you start running out of money, then you have to go work for a little bit, so I took some time away from school when I went and did my internship, and I wasn't even here for 3 months, and you know, down the rabbit hole we go. Bringing it back to the GT350 kit, of course, I want to finish the car, but the reality is that I didn't really know what I was doing when I started the project. I've learned a lot more since then, and I've gotten better at my fabrication skills and whatnot, but I had no clue. One of the reasons why this has been taking so long is it's a lot of I would try something for a little bit, see if I could get the bumper to fit, and then realize that I didn't know what I was doing, come up with a method that I thought would fix the problem, go down another rabbit hole, learn a bunch of things along the way, which has kind of been the overarching goal the whole time anyway, but it's not very efficient. I think I've put myself in a stupid situation where whenever I'm out here in the garage, I'm just tripping over myself trying to work on things because there's so much going on in here, and I try to keep it all crammed to one side because I like the idea of being able to pull a car into the garage, but that is of course becoming less and less of a reality. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at with this is that I was young when I started this project. I don't plan to get rid of the project, but things take a long time because of that reason. I'm not that much older now, but over the last couple of years, I've sort of matured a bit and I've learned a lot more about what it actually takes to build a car. But I think I need to let go of the idea of ever pulling a car into this garage again, at least not all the way in. Maybe I could clear some stuff out when I need to pull in the front half or the rear half of the car. But fitting a car in here is no longer a possibility. I just have too much equipment, and now there's a workbench over there, and it just doesn't really work. And of course, this isn't a permanent thing because I don't plan on staying in this house forever. But as of right now, I'm about a year away from my college graduation, and I'm gonna be leaving this town, and I'm not gonna have this garage. Of course, the next place I move to, mandatory requirement of that place is at least a 2-car garage. I don't care if I have to have roommates. I don't care what it takes. I don't have enough space. That's just the reality of it. Having a shop would be amazing, but I'm not there yet. I need to work for a little bit. So I'm in this weird position where the content that I wanted to make for YouTube isn't possible given my scenario, which is something I didn't even take into consideration because I just thought this will make an awesome video. And for the most part, when I've been able to complete the projects, they do make awesome videos and they perform better than the previous ones, and the channel keeps growing, which, by the way, if you're new here, shout out. please subscribe if this is your first time seeing this channel, even though it's a very strange video. But I definitely need to take a step back and just admit to myself, like, these are the projects that I'm unable to do right now. These are the things that I can work on, and I need to optimize the space that I'm in to make sure that I can actually continue to work on things for the next year. So I don't want to let you guys down entirely, because the truth is I'm not getting rid of the project. I'm gonna put the body kit on the car. I'm not having issues paying for stuff. It's just that I don't have excess funds to just dump into the car and just pay somebody else to do it, nor would I even want to do that. I want to build a car. It simply just comes down to time, efficiency, and limited amounts of space and what's possible in like a one-car garage. I'm not saying I can't build cars, because obviously I did the front bumper, but the rear bumper has been a totally different scenario, and it's tough when you're trying to do body work in the same exact place that you do engine work and keep everything separate and clean and organized. It's just logistically terrible. I have several plans for videos that I don't know how well they're going to perform, because it's not clickbaity stuff necessarily, at least not for this audience. I need to find a way to not only optimize this space, but make it a place that I can work on things and design things rather than just work on cars. If the garage is limited to just cars, then for the next year, I just can't get things done because there's too much equipment in here that I'm unwilling to put outside or sell because I need it, which is my own fault for getting too many cars, but I'm just in this one weird transitionary period of my life where I need to switch things up a little bit. All that being said, I'm bringing back the Mustang GT350 content soon, but I need to make some videos in between. It'll all make sense as it goes along, but I need to make videos in between showcasing how I'm preparing to turn this place into more of a workshop style garage rather than a carport type garage, so that way I have space to work on things and finish the car build. So the upcoming uploads they're gonna be strange. They're gonna be unlike anything I've done so far, and I'm excited to do that, but I know that they might not perform well. So if you're here for the Mustang and you see me doing something that seems totally unrelated, just please bear with me, because I'm doing it so that I can finish the Mustang. Trust me, it's on my mind more than anybody else's, and it pains me to not have the car driving. Like, that sucks. You know, the car's been sitting for a long time. I think I'm almost ready to, you know, get back into the car scene a bit more. This last academic year was super challenging, but I made it through. I didn't fail any classes, and next year will be better, but I'm trying to just figure out what to do with this space. So if you guys have any recommendations on how to save room in a garage, you can leave a comment down below. But to be honest, the reality is I kind of screwed myself a little bit. Anyway, that's the update for you guys. All of it is for the cars, not just the Mustang, but also the 944 and the Mazda. There's things I want to do, but it all comes back to the garage and how I screwed myself by not taking this garage into consideration when I started all these projects. I don't know if I'd do things differently. I mean, maybe I'd slow the process down, but each car kind of came up at the perfect time, and I had to buy in when I had the chance, and I'm glad that I did. But now I need to make sure that that chance lives on, and for that chance to live on, I need to fix the garage. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're gonna have a good summer. Yeah, it's like June, so summer's coming up. I got finals next week, that'll be good. I finished 2 of my classes already, so the other 2, we just got fluid mechanics and mechanics of materials. Knocking them out, checking the boxes. I'm gonna be an engineer, baby, let's go. I'm so excited to graduate, leave college. I don't wanna be here. That's the other thing. It's really hard to make content when you know that you're in a place that's not permanent and in a place that's suboptimal, but you don't have the money to live in a more expensive place with more resources, and trying to fit all that with roommates and be in a house that is affordable for you, that still allows you to do some of the things that you want to do. It's just insanely challenging. I think maybe there's a reason why some people kind of put the whole rest of their life on hold while they're going to school, which I've had to do some of. I try to keep my projects going, but I used to think, why aren't there more of my peers that are like working on stuff? How come they don't want to do their own projects? Why don't they work on things outside of school? And what I've learned is that it's not that realistic to go to school and do projects at the same time. You can, but you have to be really smart about which projects you take on and what you're realistically capable of doing. And I have stretched myself a little bit too thin. I took on more than I could realistically complete, and I don't like it. I don't like the feeling of like I start projects and don't finish them. I want to get my things done. I'm planning on doing so, but I need to fix it. I need to take a step back, be more methodical. I'll explain more in the coming videos. I think it'll make a lot more sense, and it'll make sense in the context of this YouTube channel. But yeah, I think that's all I got for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this update. I hope you're looking forward to new content coming really soon, and I will see you guys in the very near future. Coming up, I'll see you guys soon. I'm working on the video right now, so yeah. Anyway, peace.